Burjeel Holdings announces its IPO price range, and ADCB sells its entire stake in NMC Alexandria. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. UAE-based private healthcare service provider Burjeel Holdings has set a price range of between 54 and 67 cents per share for its IPO of approximately 551 million shares. It implies an equity value of $2.7 to $3.3 billion. Burjeel is offering an 11% stake and will trade on the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange on October 10th. The subscription period starts today and runs until October 4th for both retail and professional investors. Burjeel has 61 assets, including 39 hospitals and clinics across the Middle East and India. ADCB has sold its entire 51.54% stake in new medical center Alexandria to a consortium of Tawasul Holdings and Limevest Partners. The sale was executed through the Egyptian Stock Exchange for an undisclosed value. ADCB acquired a 51.54% stake in the Alexandria firm for $17.43 million as a settlement for the bank's dues with B.R. Shetty, the founder of NMC Health. ADCB is NMC Health's biggest creditor and had an exposure of $981 million to the company. Cornerstone investors Qatar Investment Authority, Abu Dhabi's ADQ, Norway's Sovereign Wealth Fund, and T. Rowe Price laid claim to 40% of Porsche's IPO. Volkswagen listed Porsche at a valuation of $72 billion in Germany's second biggest market debut. The shares closed at $80.74, returning to their issue price from the session high of $85.50. Volkswagen priced Porsche shares at the top of the indicated range and raised $19.12 billion via the listing to fund its electrification drive. It put Porsche's valuation at $73.9 billion. Wall Street ended its last session sharply lower on worries that the Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hikes could hobble the U.S. economy, and as investors worry about a rout in global currency and debt markets. With tech heavyweights Apple and Nvidia slumping more than 4%, the Nasdaq sank to near its lowest level of 2022, set in mid-June, tumbling 2.8%. The S&P 500 dropped 2.1% to its lowest close since November 2020. The Dow Jones lost 1.5%. And those losses are evident in today's Forbes real-time billionaires ranking, which tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest loser today is Elon Musk, down $13.3 billion overnight, with net wealth of $249.9 billion. Our second biggest loser today is Gautam Adani, down $3.4 billion this morning, with net wealth of $134.5 billion. And our third place loser is Jeff Bezos, down $3.2 billion, with net wealth of $138.2 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. Nike has reported lower quarterly profits on increased logistics spending and a hit from product markdowns as it pivots in a fast-changing consumer market challenged by inflation. Profit for the quarter ending August 31st was $1.5 billion, down 22%, but translating into earnings per share that exceeded expectations. Revenues rose 4% to $12.7 billion. The sports giant topped analyst estimates for both earnings per share and revenues. Nike expects a $4 billion hit from the stronger dollar in its current fiscal year. Meta chief Mark Zuckerberg has revealed to employees Meta will freeze hiring to cut costs as it endures tough economic times. Zuckerberg also said Meta will cut expenses by at least 10%. It comes as Meta battles a turbulent economy and the rising phenomena of TikTok. Meta had long delivered seemingly endless upward growth, but reported early this year its first decline in global daily users. Big tech platforms have been suffering from the economic climate, which is forcing advertisers to cut back on marketing budgets. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration has reportedly told Boeing it's not completed work needed to certify the 737 MAX 7 by December. The FAA told Boeing it has concerns about the plane maker's submissions. It asked Boeing to turn in all remaining system safety assessments by mid-September to meet its project plan of completing certification work and receiving FAA approval for the airplane by December. Under 10% of the assessments have been accepted by the FAA, and another 70% are still under review. To China, where factory activity unexpectedly expanded in September, helped by a series of recent easing measures, but gains were marginal as the economy continues to deal with strict COVID curbs and the property crisis and softening exports growth. Meanwhile, a sharp slowdown in services sector growth and a downbeat private manufacturing survey suggest the economy is struggling to regain traction after narrowly avoiding contraction in the second quarter. The official Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index rose to 50.1 in September from 49.4 in August, above the 50-point mark that separates contraction from growth. And foretold for years, drone delivery has become a reality in some parts of the U.S. In Texas, Wing, a subsidiary of Alphabet, the parent company of Google, now offers the service. In less than 15 minutes, what you order on your phone is delivered to your backyard by air. The company is promoting safer, greener, faster, and cheaper deliveries. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.